Ctrl Z, The Do-Over Stone, written by Pdmac, narrated by Pdmac and Elizabeth Spye. Chapter 1. Mark sat on the park bench, adding up the number of ways he'd hoped she'd die. His favorite so far was abduction by terrorists, followed by horrific torture. She would be blindfolded and bloody, kneeling on the concrete floor as the terrorists postured before the camera, threatening to cut her head off. Gazing out over the lake, watching the herons glide in wide-winged flight, then settle among the cat-o'-nine-tails, made him think a plane crash might be good. A long plummeting descent from 30,000 feet, her hands clutching the armrests and the oxygen mask dangling just beyond her reach. On the water in the distance, two women in kayaks skirted the shore as they headed to the northern part of the lake, where the river snaked its way from the mountains more than 100 miles away. The music theme from Jaws echoed, as he envisioned her paddling furiously as the shark fin cut through the tranquil water, her cries of terror unheeded. The day was lazily warm, and the scent of fresh water and flowers and trees would normally have invigorated Mark. But today was not one of those days. Normally, instead of sitting here in the early afternoon, he would be at work as an insurance adjuster. Well, that wasn't really accurate. He didn't adjust anything except maybe the thermostat in the office when Sheila complained it was too hot, which was most of the time because she was continually having hot flashes. Her condition reduced the temperature in the office to that of a meat freezer. While most of his peers were content to silently endure the frigid temps by wearing enough clothes to climb Mount Everest, all the while directing hushed obscenities at the boss, who was both impervious and uncaring to their plight, Mark made the fatal error of giving voice concerning his shivering and numb fingers and hands. "How am I supposed to enter data if I can't move my fingers to type?" Of course it was an exaggeration, because he could move his fingers. Awkwardly, but they did move. Hearing his frustration, Sheila emerged from her office and curled a lip before acidly observing,
"You don't like working here?"
"That's not what I said." Sheila, a plump martinet in pinstripe pantsuit, stiffened to full height, which wasn't much taller than the filing cabinets in her office.
"Then what did you say?"
"What I said, it's so cold in here that my hands won't cooperate. How can we work when it's freezing in here?" Sheila stood imperiously gazing out over the low-walled cubicles, where the heads of her subordinates popped up like so many prairie dogs.
"Who else thinks it's too cold in here?" she
demanded, her tone daring anyone to join Mark's doomed crusade. As the prairie dog heads popped back down behind the safety of their cubicle walls in unison, Mark realized he had just been offered up as a sacrifice to appease the goddess Sheila.
"Well, looks like you're the only one who feels this way, Mr. Clum. That's one thing I've noticed about you. You're a slacker, a complainer, and it shows in the poor quality of your work."
"That's bullshit."
"What did you say?"
"I said it's not true."
"That's not what I heard. Your language is entirely inappropriate."
"I didn't say anything inappropriate."
"Are you contradicting me?"
"If that's what you call it," Mark answered, suddenly emboldened. Startled at the response, her nostrils flaring, Sheila's ice eyes locked onto him.
"How dare you be impertinent with me?"
"Impertinent? I'm surprised you know the meaning of the word. This has nothing to do with impertinence, and everything to do with working conditions. Why don't you wear a swimsuit or something and let the rest of us shed some of our winter clothing? Though seeing you in a swimsuit would probably give me nightmares." As soon as he said it, he knew he would regret it.
"How dare you? Your language and attitude are entirely inappropriate and will not be tolerated. You are dismissed as an employee from this company. You will leave immediately or I will have you physically escorted out of the building. Don't even think about dawdling to collect your personal things. They will be delivered to the address HR has on file. Now go!"
"You're firing me?"
"As is obvious."
She turned her back to him. Striding back into her office, she made a show of sliding calmly into the chair behind her desk and directing her attention to the computer screen as though nothing significant had happened. Mark wanted to say something clever to her, but nothing came to mind. Turning, he saw a few heads of his co-workers pop up, giving him the universal, "That was dumb," stare before popping back down. Shoving his chair into the desk, he called out, "You're all cowards," as he stormed off. The failure in his quest for the working conditions of the little man led him to the park.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?